KC fans.
Oh dear. Isaac has warned you, okay, so do not be surprised. It's okay now. Yeah, Busio just going to get ushered out of the lane. Ono makes his way over. Busio down to 200. Make that 150. The flash forward piece has been made as first blood is picked up.
Here comes Yike, though.
All right, let's see whether they can clean this one up. Pays down to 100. Kalis now in trouble, though. Headshot comes through, and Yike just puts him down. Ono is able to trade. But that makes it a 2 for 2 in the end.
It did become a...
Have the flash, remember. Peace once again. And that is another kill onto this Camille. Magical Journey is going to bring them over towards Yike, who tries to get into stealth to try and get out. Nice double stun. But guess what it means? Absolutely nothing as Peacemaker comes through yet again. Yike is still trying to skip around this jungle. Just terror shaping and things like that. But Carrier has the meep slap and down goes having to blow the ultimate. It's going to be able to keep him alive though, as there is the kill onto Carrier in the bottom lane. Pay's able to get the net to safety as he finds a headshot onto Calist as well, but it is a good dive onto the Bard. In the meantime, there is still more happening here in this top lane as Ona does make his way out, and now Kana going to take that as an invitation just to kill Doran if he can. Good body slam does come on through as Pays is taken down, and KC...
Kana knows he has no explosive cask, so there's not really that risk of the wave just getting one shot and you picking up turret aggro.
Yeah, Busio making his way in though. Hookshot is going to get the stun as Doran gets a bit of his health bar back, but Busio going to be able to withstand that one shot. The flash on in as Ona finds the Q for the kill. This is the first rate going on over. Kana now just blowing the ultimate, but the magical journey comes through Cask. He's going to pull the crocodile away from the turret, and that should be the kill. Ona picks up that one as well, moving to having a good time. And then it doesn't quite work as Faker has found Yike, or has Yike found Faker? It's True Shot Barrage going to come on through. Busio going to take...
Such strong playmakers on this team that are very difficult to deal with as Carrier.
I think he might just be dead. Yeah, Supreme Display of Talent does come on down here. It's the flash from Carrier looking for the Cosmic Binding onto Kana and Yike, but it does.
There are two of the teams with some of the largest fandoms in the entire world.
Oh, Pays going to get put into the Hextech Ultimatum. Nowhere to go and will be taken out.
Busio there, but they're going to look for Yike.
Yeah, Yike does throw down the ulti though defensively. Ono should have another Cyclone in order to take him down and actually gets over the wall. But Kana and Yahoo turn up as well, and that is going to be the answering kill onto the jungle. And now Baker dealing with Busio here and does have to get himself out of the way. Carrier taking a little while to die, but he will indeed do that. You've got Pays going for a
set a trap. Owner is actually here. They're going to look for Yahoo.
Yeah, they do get out, and there is the Unleashed Power.
They're TPing in deep. Kana's looking for a fast start to this fight.
Yeah, in goes Busio. Is going to lock down Faker. He's going to die for it, but look at that stun from Yike. Absolutely massive, and Kana gets into that backline. Pays going to have to try and net himself out of there, but netting a crocodile, that is a difficult option as he flashes to catch the blast cone, and now Pays... I don't know how you're supposed to get out of this one with a full health Croc, but he's going to try his very best to do as much damage before he goes down. Kana taking that turret shot, and he will fall. But it is 2 kills going over to Yahoo. This Cassiopeia is massive for in this game. As now Yahoo, speaking of looking for things, he's going to find Faker. Scatter the Weak is not going to work because he's not very weak. And there is the last Twin Fang to take him down. Way in. He is unseen as he looks for the angle. Body slam doesn't work, but there is the cast. Supreme Display and Talent onto only the tank, and they take out Calist before anything had even happened. And it's just free hitting for Pays. Kana with a massive ultimate, but it doesn't do anything. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. T1 just win a team fight, take a Baron, and they're back in control. How annoying is it, Azael?
How do they keep doing it every damn time? T1 find a way to make the magic happen, losing all game long. We're talking about the soul, but they find the fight beside. You gotta be perfect.
Well, they're gonna look for it here as Busio gets over the wall with a hook shot. The dash cannon to try and get him out of there, but that Hextech Ultimatum not really working as Kana gets into the backline, looking for Faker. The Unleashed Power though, and he's taking so much damage. Pays untouched, finds the auto attack as he gets over the wall, and it's a double here. Ona with the Nimbus Strike looking for Calist, and that ace and hold doesn't work because his target has already been taken down. And I just feel like T1 have made it out of the trough, and now they're just skipping to the finish line. As Faker eating some honey fruit, Pays looking a little bit worse for wear. But Yahoo cannot step up. Yike, similar story as T1 look to deny the soul and get themselves back into this driving seat. 3,000 gold on the Red Bull Baron power play, and Yike, ace in the hole finally comes back up again. Gets on in there, gets the big old shield to come on over.
Here's TP.
And now another flank angle. Supreme display of talent. They're looking for Faker. They should be able to lock him down. Takes a little bit longer to get him. And now Owner is in no man's land. That, oh my god, takes down Yike.
In most of the actual big team fights, he hasn't really been able to get super involved. Busio looking again.
I believe Pays is dead. He's going to go golden for a few moments thanks to Carrier, but then will be shut down. That is money. Much flat AD as possible before the last fight, I guess, as Busio now in a little bit of trouble. Scat of the week is not going to connect, but the Cyclone a little bit...
And Yehu here on the side. Can they find an angle?
Onus Smitefunnen has been pretty good so far this tournament, and he also has Doran available. Supreme display of talent, not quite doing enough. Doran's so tanky. Yike can get in here, but it's not going to be enough. And they take the Baron in trade for their top laner.
But the problem is, now you have to fight Soul, and you just lost Dorian for that. I don't think it was worth
goes in, and he finds such a beautiful angle. Slicing and dicing does go down, but he's done so much damage as Yike has to flash away. If T1 can actually get a reset in. And now, 6 minutes on the clock.
And now
until the Elder's
die.
up. Yeah, I think Faker is probably just dead. Yeah, Hextech Ultimatum comes down. Doesn't find the Scat of the Week onto Yehu either, as Busio is still trying to chase him down. Faker buying as much time as possible, but those Twin Fangs are unavoidable. And T1, they are just trying to deny the backs so that Pays can take an inhibitor turret. And perhaps that is going to work, as Yehu is teleported over, looking for a bit of an angle towards these two here that are just trying to buy space, trying to buy time. They've got a blast cone to get themselves out. And Supreme Display of Talent will get the kill onto Carrier, and Canna did make it back to deny the Caitlyn. There's a cask to get, does not see the Camille. As Pays going to get engaged on there, as let's see whether Carrier can find the ulti. Does manage to get Pays golden, but it's going to take some time. Does find the angle there as well. Supreme display of talent is fantastic, but double GAs are going to be popped here for T1. Magical Journey comes over, trying to buy those spaces. Canna is taken out. Kalist gets scattered here by Faker as it's a double for Doran, who doesn't seem able to lose health. Oh, Kalist taking matters into his own hands, not able to quite land that Mystic shot though, and now it's Owner making his way in. Yehu has to flash away, and Pays flashes in to secure the win for T1. Oh, this team just makes too much magic.
Busio is great, but Carrier is the greatest of all time. It shows you why. The defensive Bartle, the portal to get Pays out after the GA, the locket to buy the time. Everything was perfectly played from Carrier to get Pays out of there and get T1 their second win.
And match point in this series as well. The unleashed power to come through. I think Busio deserves that, as he has been absolutely amazing in this game. Unfortunately, it was not enough, as Yike, he's going to get scattered. He's going to get taken out, and it's going to be the Nexus turrets falling. But this game, nothing like what we saw in game